who do you think is going to have the upper hand in the draft?
Looking at draft, I'm going to give this to Penn State. I like the Gragas. Seems a little bit too hard for CUSA to deal with.
Having parity in the mid lane as well. Oh.
It's a pretty good trade here for Needs.
He might be dead. Misses knockup, gets the solo as well. Ignite not going to help. The trade didn't work out. He got the heal off early before. Wait until CUSA that they do slip up. Oh my god, man. Needseek is just destroying this Gwen.
He is not like he's behind the wave here, as this could be another angle here. Here comes Zalt.
He doesn't get either the knockup, so doesn't have the seat spot on that either, but he lands the third sweep, but that's the most dangerous one. He's going to auto him down. That's it. Oh my god, he's so far ahead.
Don't take the inhibitor because it's so early, but I think Niska is saying, I just have so much gold, guys. Let's just shove this.
They just get popped, man. Jarvan has no AP resistance. The Gragas is so strong with the Luden's proc. Also the Shadow Flame too. They can just remove them from sight. Heatseek as well with the breast. Shelly now looks to go down. They got Cycle in front of the base. And that should be just the game right here, right now. Pre-20 minutes. One knockup after the next. They want to make sure to pad their stats, but Shelly's not going to get the charge. Oracle's is going to end it as they go back and forth. Penn State Blue. Dominance and nothing but.
That was about as textbook as we saw. We wanted to see a little bit of a closer game, hopefully, but
Lances takes a bit of damage. Might have gotten caught out. The entire ultimate in. Big Tibbers to stop them in the middle. Cyclone now out as well. Dog caught, flashing out to two. The second knockup onto one towards where Jix is excited. Pops over. Doesn't get the slowdown onto Leo either, but they can't get the stun under the tower. Want to try to get this, but they got to put Swave in. Nice.
We get to watch this whole positioning battle again. Penn State was able to get the vision control here, so they are getting to walk it a little bit sooner as the fight kicks off.
Ultimate out early on. Dragon up at just about half. Oka goes in. There's a cycle onto three. Ezreal immediately just annihilated. Driz is left alone by themselves. Quickly now second. A double kill for the Syndra. For the snip snap. But Drizzit, the healing is insane as he wards the rest of them off. No one did just the Olaf, but Orca's way too low. They can't go back for the Dragon. At least they gain a little bit more priority there, as we were talking about. As both charges for the Rift. They cannot steal away. Smite is immediate. Circling overstays their welcome and gives the Jinx a kill, but Drizzle might be next though. No charm to land. Auto, and there we go. We got to burst that down. They need a full 5-on-5. Zalt, hey, my best caught. There we go. Alongside the Vi ultimate. Actually managed to blow up the Vi and walks away. The Ignite takes him? Yeah.
Just enough damage. He almost got out of that too. That was incredibly impressive. No flash, no stopwatch.
Both sides poking away. Strickland. It's a bit of poke damage down. Looking for the engage. Everfrost not onto anybody there. But once they get the Wukong, he's onto all three. Orca dead though, but they get the Gwen. That is the biggest threat. The Wukong cleans up. And that's an ace for Penn State.
Yeah. He does go Kraken Slayer, even though they're not very tanky.
Yeah, these just caught. And the ultimate down, though. Tibbers does something. Rocket misses. They have one trade back, but he's just running in with the Ragnarok. Spoken them down. Volantis slowed. One more should be able to do it. Oh, he managed to dodge that. That should be a double. It's Ridiculum also gone. Gwen popped out, and Penn State far too ahead. They want to end the game right here, right now, man. They're in front of the inhibitor. They got too many people. That's GG for Penn State. Yeah, fantastic victory as well. Naturally calm in the victories that they have won for quite some time. They knew they had it to. Early game going well, making him a bit rougher, but they closed it out cleanly. They've pretty much gone on an undefeated streak as well, but with that being said, though, homies, that was only our first game of the day. We do have more action coming up for y'all with Rocket League and Overwatch as well. So y'all make sure to stick around. We'll be back in a bit.
This is going to be a tough matchup here, just looking at the stats alone, right? If we're taking a look at how these teams have been performing so far, like I mentioned earlier, Penn State fully undefeated, 2-0 going into this, and Juniata, unfortunately, the inverse of that, giving us a palindrome, 0-2 going into this matchup. It has not been the cleanest so far, but let's see if this series can be a little bit cleaner.
They have to force them to play a bit slower, try and gain up for a strong push. We're going in here in the second game.
Juniata was really doing a great job slowing things down and trying to control the pace, but Karim doesn't even want there to be a chance to think about what is coming next. Immediately, an 11-second goal off the board for Penn State, and they've got to be feeling good about it, as that is a huge boost of momentum there at the beginning of game number 2. The double-edged sword I talked about in series number 1 is when you score early, you've left a majority of the game for your friends to answer back, but so far no one gets to answer. It is the Karim show, tried and true, 2 back-to-back in this second game. Ball control lost, unfortunately, though. Penn State comes through, and no way he does it! Karim giving us his best Thanos impression. I'll do it myself. The hat trick on the board here, not even a minute off the clock.
Yeah, and you look, Juniata got caught out there. Their rotations weren't quite solid, but a solid pass from Cam into the side there for Karim. Yeah, they're definitely trying to dictate the pace of this. Again, almost always having full boost for Penn State.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's Karim, baby. I don't even know what else to say at this point. That is so clean. That is so calculated, but that's Penn State's 4th point in barely a minute.
Yeah, definitely making a defining statement here for Penn State.
Oh.
And
ain't no way. Ain't no way. That is right. Putting the 5th one down on the board there, just coming in large and in charge. They can knock the smiles off their faces as they continue to just find goal after goal after goal. But at least somebody other than Karim finally put a point down. Warner Juniata has a huge opportunity to put a goal down, 1 per 20 seconds right now. Good tie things up 5-5, but it's every single second ticks away. Rye is the guy to say bye-bye to the 5-0 score line. 94 seconds left, and Penn State hitting a 6-0 on the board.
Going down the field there on the right-hand side, just going up to the aerial, but Karim trying to play to the side. Dangerous middle pass there. Juniata could have capitalized off this. Now we see Cam going up in the aerial.
Oh, Karim is him, bro. Oh my goodness, what is that? His 5th point, his 6th point? I've fully lost track of how many points this guy has found. An absolute maniac on the field right now, and just guaranteeing Penn State this lead. If Karim had not scored this game so far, it would be 1-0. Yeah. That's crazy. It could possibly take like, I don't know, 14 minutes and 10 seconds at this point. They'd have to win 3 games in a row. But Rye wants to be the guy to make sure that does not happen here tonight. That's going to be a 1-2 disadvantage save for Penn State, but Juniata still have that point on the board. They're looking for that time to strike. Can they find another point? Can they put themselves into a 2-point lead?
Yeah, Rye trying to make an opportunity here. Karim with a shot from midfield.
That's the boy. Karim really looking good there. I mean, comes back from beyond the grave, right? That's Karim returning to the fight from that demolition, and he just sinks it past not 1 but 2 defenders to tie things up 2-2. A minute 10 is gone. We've got almost 80% of the game left to be played.
Sleep deprived Wiz trying to send the ball the other way. Demo there onto Karim. 3-on-2 opportunity. Not going to capitalize off it. Rye sending it the other way.
Gotta look again. The boosts are working wonders right now. Unfortunately, that is going to be a point for Penn State, but Juniata really starting to fight toe for toe, blow for blow, getting up close and personal, giving those demolitions to guarantee themselves the boost if they need to find it, but unfortunately, just could not find ball control fast enough.
Get the flip reset. No boost. Ends up dropping it down. Nobody back.
Ain't no way.
Penn State. And Juniata tying it up at 3-3.
I think that was a bit of a misplay from Penn State there, but as a wise man once said, we absolutely take those. It is now a tied-up game, 3-3, 2:16 remain. This is essentially going to be a half game. The next point could possibly be the deciding one. Can Penn State answer out and take a lead like they did 7-0 in the 3rd game, or can Juniata give us that guaranteed 4 the people want to see? Be 90 seconds away.
Yeah, and I feel like Penn State, they're starting to feel it. They're starting to play a little bit more passive. They're playing with more ball control.
Oh,
big shot there from Cam, drilling it home off the shot, or pass from Karim.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay again. I mean, Karim just spikes it down. That was all 3 players from Penn State really putting their heads together to find a critical goal with only 85 seconds left, each of them sharing a...
Now Juniata comes down the other way, but Cam says no, puts it back into their zone.
Oh!
Karim with the drill into the top right corner. We just bump from Cam. Karim sees the opportunity, seizes the moment, puts it in the middle of the right. It all so close there from Juniata.
I mean, hashtag Karim is him, bro. I mean, there's 20 seconds missing on the clock now. 2-goal disadvantage. Is it going to shrink all the way down to 1? Oh, close is never going to be enough. You've got to get 100% of the way across that goal line, just like that. CUSA finds the 4th point on the board for Juniata with only 11 seconds remaining. Can there be an answer back, or does Penn State have this one in the bag? This is going to be a pensive 11 seconds, as the next goal, if there even is one, can be a huge decider for what happens in this series.
Yeah, Penn State only had one player in the net there, and big hang time, 10 seconds left. Unknown route, full boost, trying to set up his teammate. Ball, 4 seconds left.
Oh no.
Misses it. Is Penn State just gonna let it drop? Ball in the air. Does he?
No! No!
And it hits the floor just before the post as time runs out. And Penn State coming away with the 3-0 win.
The heartbreaker, dude. Oh, that's devastating. They get so unbelievably close to come back after a 7-0 loss in Game 2, but unfortunately, they're just not able to find that in time. You got to tip your hat to them, though. I mean, way to keep it close. You look at this going in, it's an undefeated team versus an unwon team, but holy cow, Juniata was out for blood in that circumstance. An absolutely phenomenal performance from them. I've got to say, I think it's a no-brainer. Karim, again, is him. I think that's the MVP of this matchup. I think scored like 75% of all points from Penn there, so really carrying that team to an advantage.
Yeah, and just the Juniata smiles on their faces. It's
they know they did well, man. I mean, that was
well. It's always fun to play on the stage, but Penn State, the Cam, Karim, Rye, all of them, all had impact. Whether it was shots, whether it was passing, defending, they all played so well as a team together.
And it's funny because before that series, before we even saw them, we talked about playing on a team and playing as a team, right? And I think Penn gave such a great example of what it means to play as a team. It wasn't just, okay, you. It was, okay, we all set up. We can all play that 3-man. We can all rotate into the proper positions, and we can find success. 3-0 in pools, the only team to pull it off and the only team to guarantee themselves a spot in those grands tomorrow. But folks, for the time being, that's all the Rocket League we've got for you. We're going to go ahead and throw it to a break and end tonight where I've been waiting to get all day long. Overwatch 2 coming up next. We'll see you right back here in just a bit. Yes, the Tracer going down isn't critical. It's the pulse bomb falling before being thrown that's going to be the situation to kind of keep an eye on here. Amarillo needs that as their win condition, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. DMT is able to get that Kiriko offline. Will Godspeed go for the risky res? Now it looks like they're going to be able to hold on to it. Memory popping a bit of a confusing transcendence, if I'm honest, but they're trying to keep that wrecking ball up as long as they can, especially as Patch catches another rocket to the body. DMT takes Cartier Sky out of the sky, and it looks like Memory will be joining them in the spawn room.
Ooh,
not quite yet. This minefield could be huge.
I mean, but it's enough to at least push them to the back of the site. The bomb lands!
That's so unfortunate.
The Mercy walks into the bomb!
Oh,
what are we doing?
That's never what you want to see. Poor Godspeed couldn't get out of the way in time. He could not move fast enough to get away from that minefield. Amarillo is not going to be able to win that fight in fruition, but they should have a recontest just around the corner. A lot of desperate swaps coming out from the side of Amarillo as well, but at this point, you've got to do anything to recontest, and poor Cartier Sky going to be knocked out of the very name. And Rags is able to find it. Here comes the recontest. Amarillo has to take a 4v5 disadvantage.
Visor out as well, too. Looking to find one. There's a healer gone. And Godspeed as well, not around the side. Can't delay for any longer. This should be the cap given to Penn State in terms of the first point. But yeah, that's the delay. They're all stuffed out. I've been thrown.
I like Junker Queen. Not on control. I think she can work really well on escort or push, but bringing around on control is going to be difficult, especially because Junker Queen has no appropriate counter to that wrecking ball. Magia can't make it out of spawn. Poor Godspeed can't get out of the way either. That is the third fight in a row that Rags has not found just one, but both supports. 3 fights in a row.
Dude, DMT's running circles around the entire team as well. How you notice he managed to get around, find the hit, and also drop down to the 3 from members so easily. This is nuts as well, and he's also up to the minefield, so he can just stop them inside the point.
Yeah, minefield here in the spawn door is going to make this really difficult, but I've got to say, DMT looking GOOD so far today, just constantly. That clean house, and caster curse, I guess. That one's on me, perhaps. Penn State is going to find Memory as well, falling. 15 seconds left to get out of the point. They've got to turn this one around pretty critically. Are they going to be able to find it? They're in a 5v3.
A little bit overzealous from them, too, but none of them made it onto the point yet. They have enough time for him to get back. Yes, minefield pushes them. No way, they had such an open window. They couldn't actually push them, so now the point's still back in their favor. GG's.
GG's indeed. That was just Guts being Guts. I mean, really having the guts to stand out there on point in a 3v5 disadvantage state. Helios, there's only one more map for Amarillo to answer back. We're unfortunately going to be seeing a 2-0.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided affair if I do so myself. It's unfortunate, but yeah, like we see so far, Rags. Beautiful setup off the Discord of the Juniata as well too. Just like clean target selection and focus. So I'm thinking the first time there was a little bit of a back and forth, but Right now, it's tough so far. This is bound down to Rags. Size, the great thing, Sigma actually doesn't have to get the block down either. They gotta run away.
Oh my goodness! I mean, Penn State just living rent-free in the back line of Amarillo right now. GMT already able to find that opening on the Tracer, fully into the back here as well. Has 3 people looking at him, and he's just hiding in the wings. Voltec is going to get healed up by Mercy, who is still, until that next patch, very, very strong. Has to use recall, going to look for that Winston bubble to get out of there, and here comes Godspeed. Sent up to God, been a very quick speed from memory. Tadler going to really get some high value on King's Row. A very intelligent play from Voltec. I do want to highlight not using the nade until recall was going to be used on that Tracer there. Pulse bomb goes out. It's a bit of a win. No, it's not a win. Magia falls right down on top of it and just can't get out of the way. Once those bat boots go up, what goes up must come down, and unfortunately Amarillo going to be going down like a line of dominoes right now.
Mole attack, didn't actually have Sticky Bomb.
Oh no.
To counter.
07.
07. See you later. They do have General as well, so should be able to get some sort of damage down, but Amarillo to get ultimates back up. DMT.
Shout out Moltec on the Cassidy, checking their corners there, able to find that DMT hiding in the back line. A very important opportunity for Penn State to continue moving forward would be that Tracer finding a flank, but instead she's been completely read like a book, and I'd love to see Amarillo capitalize on that. She only has so many flicks. No! 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 The deflected javelin! It takes Cartier off the map, and oh, poor Atlas just cannot hold the world on their shoulders long enough. Every ultimate under the sun from Amarillo. 5.5 minutes for Penn State right now.
Have Suzu in front of the points. And Slab, no, not just yet. A couple more seconds left, so that's where they just throw everything at the wall.
Kitsune online is going to allow Penn State to have an increased movement speed, reduced cooldown, and a faster fire rate. So there's a lot on their side there. They're going to be able to cap 4:04. Time bank not found, but 4 more seconds on the clock here.
Reinhardt a little bit too high on health. One more shot. It's going to be able to do it, but gets healed up. Doesn't land. Oh!
There it is.
But the refrag does. That's 2 down. The double sniper is working.
Double sniper here. Cartier Sky is able to take the Widow offline. That's a lot of damage off the table if Penn State can move fast enough. Over, but Voltac with the first blood once again, trying to give Amarillo the numbers advantage they need to succeed.
And there's Universe Sings. He gets both healers. That's big. That's 1 down. The Mercy barely staying alive. Has a reposition, but it's stuck in the corner. And Memory deletes their hard drive.
Memory doesn't know the melody, but knows the song they love to dance to. Really coming in strong, Penn State. Using only 2 ultimates to be able to find that strike. And sorry, 1 rag swap. That's not big. Amarillo is going to have 4 ultimates of their own as well. He's critical here, Raph. I mean, this is such a risk versus reward scenario. And Cartier Sky does not reap the rewards they wanted. An accretion into a sleep dart fully negates that play.
Incredible job done by Paz. Able to make this push on the cab there, but getting targeted, getting healed up though. There's a nano. Has to be used early. The blade isn't up just yet. The timing is off.
I mean,
Wash out apartment. It's not gonna happen. Wash trying to get the refrag. He stays alive. Raz gets out.
Raz gets out. Guts and Magia both go down in that moment, so a support down on both sides, a critical one at that, and with Rags having that blade just in their pocket. Pulse bomb ends, Dravidic Flux just around the corner. Amarillo coming out with 2 ultimates of their own, nearly 3. Okay, that's pretty huge here, I'm not gonna lie. The Valkyrie into the blade, poor Rags wasn't able to pull a blade of their own, but the Dravidic Flux takes them down, and just barely that Kitsune, or that, sorry, that Suzu able to keep them up and running. Cartier Sky takes out DMT, and now with a 2 numbers advantage. Can Amarillo find themselves in the winning position? Cartier Sky giving us their best Rags impression to walk away with a victory here. Capping 2nd point and guaranteeing themselves a shot at 3rd, and it looks like it has been done. Only 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, burning almost like a full minute and a half of what they were starting off with too. Just getting stopped at the final small choke one is huge. DMT can take it down, so it gives them a bit of space. More attack, nice snipe.
Done. Amarillo after that first point cap, they've really come back to life. The Junior rush from Gun is going to find a bit of an opener here. Dragon's out. Voltac looking for that strike, and it's going to fall just a little bit short.
A lot of space.
Oh, never mind. Godspeed that goes down. I got my hopes up. That Mercy falling makes this a really hard fight. Amarillo to win. Memory really waking up here once again.
So far, Forrest was going to save him as well, so they're just all pushing the back 1 by 1. Looking to stagger the Sigma. Gonna be able to do it. Barely stops him with the shield, but that is simply not enough. Barker's pressure and stop in front of their spawn once again. Here we go, Penn State. Will they overextend it once more? They've got to burn about 1 minute and 25 seconds of Rise pass. So that is going to be the biggest turn point. 50 seconds left. Oh, to get the Mercy is so big. What a pickoff by Memory. And there's Nano Blade.
Yeah,
Slash,
combo.
smack, and dash. That's that.
That's that indeed. Knows it's playing the game, going for the three-peater.
First off, what I did say so far, but some other options. Throwing everything at the board. Sigmar also both sides, but only one picks off. Ooh. And right as the rush comes in, so that's with 3 gone though. Almost a full team wipe. Guts now comes back. Rags now also up.
Oh.
They have to stay on the point.
You got to stay on the card from here on out. Capping in overtime is the name of the game, and Guts certainly has some with the play style we're seeing in this current moment. Flanks into the back line, looking for either of the supports, but Memory is going to go for that cleanup crew. Pile drive onto the high ground, Cardio Sky taken out by DMT. Continue rush from the back line. Guts barely able to get it off before they go down to that fire there. With speed in the last fight, Penn State wants every advantage they have. The fire rate advantage, the speed advantage, the cooldown reduction is working wonders, especially when you've got a wrecking ball on the table. A 3-second pile drive is insane. In Memory trying to show us just why. Another elimination from Rags, takes Mazio out of the fight. Atlas falls as well, and it's the Widow that cleans things up. Rags deadlifting Penn State into the grand finals tomorrow.
GG's. Penn State looked absolutely unstoppable on their home ground advantage. So far, through every single esport that they have played here today, Seth, they have been undefeated.
Undefeated through and through. The hometown heroes really making Penn State proud this weekend. Here's that phenomenal play from Rags once again. It's actually go 4K if you include Atlas taking themselves out with a little bit of extra Sigma damage there, but truly a phenomenal performance from Penn State. And I've got to say, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. Rags, the MVP of that match.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. So like Rags and both DMT as well too. They find they're making just so much space. I find DMT as well did.
DMT off-rolled on Kings too. That was the tank player.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's just...
As a tracer as well, you're doing
that's Rags. That's the boy right there. He's celebrating.
Penn State. Let's go. It is ridiculous what they've been able to do, man. And so we'll see if they can continue that same sort of momentum going forward into the finals, but they are the team to beat.
They are the team to beat right now in Rocket League, in Overwatch, in League of Legends as well. The three-peat, they're going for a three-piece. They set their own land. If they walk away with a clean sweep, that's going to be insane. But they are coming in completely prepared, completely calm, cool, and collected, calculated even this weekend so far. And folks, what a weekend it's been, right? We've still got tomorrow, but today has been such an incredible journey, and we want to thank, firstly, all the teams for coming out today. I mean, we literally could not have done this without you. Secondly, chocolate milk. No, I definitely didn't take a sip of mine during that map. That was the level it was at the whole time, I swear. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's 11 a.m. is the start time.
It is, yeah.
And it is 11 a.m. Overwatch
EST.
Grand Finals. Supposed to go first. Yeah, EST. Important clarification. Yeah. We love each and every one of you. Check your posture, drink some water. Don't forget to love each other, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.